Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about the COVID-19 vaccine safety and the rumors about it. Because now the so many companies are already on the stage of to get the approval for the emergency use of the COVID vaccine. Especially the UK is the first country which gives the approval of the Pfizer and BioNTech German company vaccine. So a lot of rumors are coming in the people like this vaccine is safe or not safe, and how it can impact the people lives. So first we discuss the safety of the vaccines. So as compared to the previous time, that this time the vaccines are developed so fast, so people are worried about that it is safe or not safe. So first I will clear like the why the vaccine process or the vaccine development was so fast as compared to the previous vaccine development. So the simple answer for that is that like now the technology is so much developed, and then in the science, if you want to develop anything, the main hurdle is the funding. So in case of the COVID, since it's become a global issue, so funding was not a problem. So many countries and government and NGOs were pouring their money in this thing. So due to a lot of funding availability, so many trials, so many experiment were going on, and that why the process to do those research was fast. Second, when we talk about any drug development or vaccine development, it has a certain stage. So when these companies developed the vaccines, they didn't compromise any on that stages. All the experimental in vitro, in vivo testing, and all clinical trials have done, and then they are moving toward the use of this vaccine. So like the now the famous vaccines are the two, like the Pfizer BioNTech, and the other is the uh, Moderna, and then third one the Oxford University AstraZeneca, and then there is a one the Sputnik 5 Russian vaccine. So about those three big vaccine companies, Moderna, Pfizer, and then the Oxford University vaccines, they have tested almost in their clinical trial 400,000 people each before they are getting to know the to get the emergency use approvals. And especially in case of the Oxford vaccines, when they found that there was a single case during their clinical trials, they found that some person has an adverse reaction, they stop all the clinical trials and they checked everything and then they move along. So they checked every step of the safety before they going to know use it for the other consumption. So there is no problem for this safety of vaccine. This vaccine is safe, and many European countries are now already set the plan, and they will start administrating the vaccine to their public from the 15th of this month. Then we talk about the some people are saying that the especially about the Pfizer and biotech vaccine and Moderna, where they are using the first time the mRNA based vaccine, because it's true there is no mRNA based vaccine before this time, but a lot of experiments on the humans and on the human cell lines, in case of like in vitro, have done with the mRNA, and they found that mRNA is safe. And people are talking about that maybe this mRNA can in the long term can change our DNA. So far there is no study like mRNA can alter the any DNA, and especially when we administer it in very small amount. And this mRNA doesn't integrate with the DNA, our DNA system or our genome system. It's only give like the some pulses or some activate our immune system to release some antibodies against those one. And then there are like the previously there are so many attenuated vaccines like where we use the dead bacteria, dead virus in that to create the antibodies. So the Oxford University AstraZeneca vaccine is basically based on the attenuated virus, where they using the dead or killed the corona COVID virus, and it will produce antibodies in that case. So that has only the other people are thinking about that maybe their safety is as in terms of like the Oxford University AstraZeneca, its effectivity is the 62% to 90%. So those people who are like aged, or they are immunocompromised, or they have some other diseases, in that case it will be like 62%. But the majority of cases in the young people who are healthy, it will be 90%, and other two are around 98 to 96%. and those 4% is like the issue with those people who are already have the complications. So when the general public will use that vaccines, so that amount to get the adverse reaction will be very minimum. Then people are talking about its delivery, like the some people are saying like uh, it can be mild, like the Bill Gates name came in that headline, that people that he's putting the money to use the microchip so that he can track the people, he can collect the data. And since nowadays data is a big economy, and they say companies collect data and sell to other companies for a lot of purpose, so maybe they will do that things. So that is also a rumor. Actually, the Bill Gates talk about a microchip, or you can say a digital certificate. Like they can like develop a certificate which can store all the information, like this person has got the corona and he got vaccinated, or how is health things. Those can be like technology based, and they can like doctor can access that one everything. But that is for those people who want to avail that opportunity, and that is just so far an idea. Like as we have the passport to travel in those countries, so they can develop a like digital certificate or digital chip where your all information is stored, and you can get easily for the international traveling. Even the ITA, which is the biggest ticketing company, they are also thinking like that they can develop some like the immunity passport, where like they can store all the information, like this passenger has done the testing and corona is negative or positive, and vaccine, and if someone want to travel to any other country, what type of the labs are recommended to do the corona COVID testing. So those type of information. So it has nothing to do with the delivery of the vaccine. Especially there was like the Pfizer and those were thinking like they can deliver the vaccine by using the nanochip, and those nanochips are basically they are developed from the biodegradable material, like especially in case of the glucose, they have the nanorods. You load the vaccine in that, and when you put that vaccine to, uh, like that biodegradable chip on your body, it just stay for 2-3 days and it will be dissolved fully, and vaccine will go in your body. So it has no electronic any circuit inside of that can be used, and it is fully biodegraded. Like it is similar, you can say, when you eat a toffee, it is made of the sugar, we just put in your mouth and it dissolves, so nothing is there which can track any or store any type of data. So, and then they are using some liposome particles, and mostly right now they are like in the injection form, so there is no such thing for those like vaccine delivery, that any type of the chip they will install. Then some people are talking about its ingredients, because there are a few flu vaccine against against the flu for in kids, where they use some gelatin material, and that gelatin is, if you are Muslim, so that is also like very people are alert about it, because the most of gelatins come from the bones, and those bones are most of countries like the non-Muslim country are come from the pigs. Or so even like when you have the any experience to live in the foreign countries, when people go to buy the yogurt, they check like this gelatin is from the animal source or this gelatin is from the fish. So gelatin has a different sources in that one. So many vaccines and against the kids in case of flu, they are using gelatin from pig, but in this case of the corona, so far so many vaccines are developing, so we don't know the full ingredient, but those 3-4 vaccines which are available and they are using, they don't have any that type of the ingredient in that one. And then some people are saying, are talking rumors that they are using the some kids embryo tissues in that one. Actually those people who don't know the knowledge of the tissue regeneration, or like the cell culture studies, so for them, like especially when we are testing any drug, so we need to use them on the different cell lines, because this drug will go and apply on the human. So first lab test we do on the human cells, actually. So they usually come from different type of stem cells, and we call them the embryonic stem cells, like they come from the umbilical cord, or we receive from the different human tissues. So we do the testing on that, and that is just in vitro testing. It doesn't have any it has nothing to deal with the production of the vaccine. Okay, so those are the human tissues ourselves, we just test them, and then we go to the other clinical trials and those things. So this vaccine, the mRNA base, is simply like it is a genetic code, and it is produced by different synthetic ways. We can also produce by genetic ways. So, and they have nothing to do with the like any embryo type cell inside of them. Actually it is simply DNA material or genetic code material, and it cannot accommodate any type of the tissues itself. So there is no such thing that it involve any type of the embryonic tissue. So in the short, I will just give the summary in Urdu so that people who are from my home country, they can listen this and they can. तो कोरोना की वैक्सीन के बारे में डिफरेंट अफवाहें हैं कि ये सेफ़ है या नहीं सेफ़ है। फिर इसके अंदर जो इंग्रेडिएंट हैं उसके अंदर कोई जो है ना छोटे बच्चों के टिश्यू शामिल किए गए हैं, सेल्स शामिल किए गए हैं। फिर उसके अंदर है कि जी ये चिप लगाई जा रही है। तो ये सारी क्या है कि अफवाहें, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। ये वैक्सीन सेफ़ भी है और क्योंकि RNA बेस्ड वैक्सीन फर्स्ट टाइम बन रही है तो इसके लेकिन ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे इसके ह्यूमंस के ऊपर चीज़ों के ऊपर स्टडी हुई है। और ख़ासकर ये जो वैक्सीन है ये तकरीबन 4 लाख लोगों पर इन्होंने पहले टेस्ट किए है, उसके बाद ये आगे मूव किए हैं। ठीक है। और दूसरा ये है कि इसके अंदर कोई चिप के थ्रू डिलीवरी नहीं है। इवन जो चिप अगर यूज़ होती भी है तो नैनो मटेरियल की, ग्लूकोज वगैरह की बनी होती है। जिस तरह टॉफ़ी होती है शुगर की बनी होती है, आप मुंह में रखते हैं वो डिसइंटीग्रेट हो जाती है, इसी तरह वो नैनो चिप होती है जो उससे वैक्सीन डिलीवर होता है। लेकिन ये तीनों जो कंपनीज हैं ये तो सिंपल इंजेक्शन बेस्ड या फिर क्या है कि नैनो लिपोसोम्स पार्टिकल के अंदर वैक्सीन को स्टोर करके डिलीवर कर रहे हैं। उसके बाद क्या है कि जो माइक्रोचिप वगैरह है ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, बल्कि डिजिटल सर्टिफिकेट्स की बात हो रही है जिसको बिल गेट ने भी किया है, या ईटा जो टिकटिंग कंपनी है कि हम जिस तरह पासपोर्ट होता है इसी तरह हम एक इम्यूनिटी पासपोर्ट बना दें जिसके अंदर बंदे की सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन हो कि इसने टेस्ट किया है नहीं किया है, वैक्सीन ली हुई है नहीं ली हुई है, अगर किसी और कंट्री के लिए ट्रैवल करना है तो कौन कौन सी जगहों पर नियर बाई उसकी जो है ना रिकमेंडेड लैब्स अवेलेबल हैं जहाँ से टेस्ट हो सकता है, या फिर जो वैक्सीन की फैसिलिटीज़ हैं वो कहाँ कहाँ अवेलेबल हैं उस कंट्री के अंदर। और उसके बाद क्या है कि ये जो ऑक्सफोर्ड वाली वैक्सीन है उसके बारे में कि ये कम इसकी सेफ्टी इफेक्टिवनेस है। तो वो जो 62% है वो जो इम्यूनो कम्प्रोमाइज पेशेंट हैं जिनके ऑलरेडी बहुत ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेशन है उनके अंदर 62% इफेक्टिविटी है, वरना क्या है कि 90% इफेक्टिव है और बाकी जो है वो 98 to 96% तक क्या है कि इफेक्टिव हैं। तो ये थोड़ी सी गुजारिशात थी। आपको कोई भी फर्दर क्वेश्चन करना हो कमेंट्स के अंदर छोड़ें और आपसे फिर मुलाकात होगी। थैंक यू।